What is going on, traders? Thank you all so much for tuning back in. It really means the world to me that you guys just keep tuning on back into these little recaps. So I just want to say I really appreciate every single one of you watching. And let's just jump right into another one. So, as you guys can tell from the thumbnail, it was a green day today. Not the biggest at all, just up over $40, but just very blessed to be ending green again because, as you guys can tell, if you have been following the channel for a little bit, the past month has just been an absolute struggle. It's been filled with mostly red days, and it just is a little refreshing to finally start getting some green days, no matter how big. And here are all my filled orders, so you guys can check that out. I'll walk through a little of these with you throughout the video, but here is market open right around here, 6:30 when the market opened up, kind of right around this area. And just before that, I want to just remind you guys that yesterday, the NASDAQ did have a very significant drop, right? It was trading near the level of 13,000 and it ended up hitting almost lows of like 12,000, right? It almost dropped a full 1,000 points, which is pretty crazy. And I just want to go ahead and give you guys my thought process as to how I was able to profit on the day. So, in my experience from all the years I've been trading, like 2 years, 3 years, anytime there's a significant move like the NASDAQ did have yesterday, it tends to be followed the day or days after with some form of chop basically. Usually the NASDAQ tends to trade sideways after it's had a significant rally or fall. And today was no different, obviously, as you guys can tell, just traded sideways today between the top view up and bottom view up. And there's nothing wrong with it trading sideways. You can still definitely make money. And if anything, I find the patterns might be a little clear. But today I definitely did not want to kind of put my foot on the gas and really trade with a lot of money because, like I just said, I have been struggling. So today I actually never averaged up one time in my trades. I was only trading with $2,500, so I made right around kind of 1.5% today, which I'm very happy about. But why did I not average up today is because the NASDAQ was, in my opinion, looking likely to trade sideways. And anytime it trades sideways, it does tend to be followed with a lot of kind of choppiness, right? As you guys can see, it kept wanting to change directions. It would push up here, fall pretty dramatically, big green bar after, big red bar. It kind of just can fake you out pretty easily. So I didn't want to take part in any of that averaging up, especially given my recent track record this past month. So yeah, I just wanted to keep things light today, and I'll just walk through you guys kind of the most significant trades of the day. And with that being said, right around here was when the market opened up, right? And I actually did end up taking a play on SQs, as you guys can see, 2 minutes after the market opened up, and I did sell for a loss. Right around here, I bought in at 46.71, sold at 46.55. So the reason why I just don't show SQs for you is because obviously the chart is going to look very messy, right, with all my orders there. This is why I explain it to you guys. Looking at the NASDAQ looks a lot cleaner. But I did take a trade on SQs because I saw that obviously the market sold off a lot yesterday. And today I was looking to go into the market with more of a bearish sentiment type of day because I did know that after a big drop, it's likely that you're not just going to see a huge recovery after, right? The drop was because of inflation, the core CPI data, like I told you guys about yesterday. So I thought that the market was not going to look to make any type of breakout move or anything like that. So I did take 2 consecutive trades on SQs when the market opened up. I took one right around here at 632. It was falling, ended up flushing me out with this big green candle. I was looking for a potential play to break the bottom view up and start selling off. It did find a support right around here at 4:58 in the morning. So that is definitely something that I had to look out for, but if it did break that pattern, I was looking for another bearish day today. But because I didn't get that, I ended up getting stopped out here, took another play. As you guys can see, 2 back-to-back SUs play, and both of them are selling for a loss. So yeah, I ended up getting flushed out with this green candle that came in. And once I saw that it really wanted to bounce, these are pretty nice sized green candles, I just wanted to stop taking trades until I saw NQ approached the top VWAP again, a previous area it has bounced towards and gotten rejected. So if I show you guys the charts in the 5-day, 5-minute, let me zoom in for you guys a little better. As you guys can see, it did have another play with that big green candle pushing it to the top VWAP. And previously, right around here at 1:30 in the morning, it did hit the top VWAP as well and ultimately sell off. So I did my part in trying to follow that same pattern. Once it approached the top VWAP, this was one of my biggest trades on the day, right around 6:45 in the morning. Here at 6:46 in the morning, I did buy in. And as you guys can see, I did sell for a nice little profit there because the candle just it had multiple red candles after it, and it just fell very hard. If you paid attention, I only sold like 3 minutes after I bought in, and the reason for that is because when I bought in here, it just had a huge fall, right? And a fall like that with a big red candle like that, in my experience, usually follows with some type of support. You're not just going to see a huge red candle most of the time and it continue to sell off. It will be met with some type of support because people want to sell for a profit, right? Anyone that got into SQs would want to get rid of their shares if it did drop so significantly. So I did sell my shares, ends up bouncing up a bit, but ultimately did find a lower high and ended up coming back down to the bottom VWAP. Now it's been doing a great job today, the Nasdaq, of trying to find a support here at the bottom VWAP, as you guys can see. Right around 12:30 p.m., like 30 minutes before the market closed, it did have another strong bounce right around here and pushed all the way to the top VWAP, right, for the market close. So right after I sold for that nice play, I was up, nothing crazy, like probably $25-$30 after taking those two losses as well. And I didn't take another trade again until I saw NQ. It bounced here again and ended up approaching the top VWAP. So right around here at 7:40 in the morning, here's a timestamp, right? As you guys can see, I did end up taking another position at 7:43. That was my last trade, and I sold for a profit at 7:48, 5 minutes later. So I bought in the candle right up here because I just wanted to follow that same pattern I've been showing you, right? It tends to get rejected when it approaches the top VWAP. So I bought in literally at the highs when it broke top VWAP, and I sold 5 minutes later, right around. Literally, I think I sold at the bottom of this candle. I had a feeling because on its way down, it didn't want to just kind of dramatically just keep going down or anything like that. It kept trying to find the support with these little green candles that were forming at the time. So I wanted to do my part in making sure when I did see a big red sized candle come in, I just sold because it was indicating signs to me that it did want to kind of keep up trending. So as you guys can see, it did end up soaring higher, and it even pushed above the top VWAP by a good little amount. But ultimately, we never got that break above the top VWAP for a run because of how bearish the Nasdaq has been recently, right? The news was not good yesterday, like I just reminded you guys a little bit earlier. So I really thought there was a high probability that we weren't going to get any type of breakout. Sure, it might creep above the top VWAP a bit, but ultimately did end up having a nice sell-off. And it is approaching right around here at current levels, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if it did begin to sell off again, right? So that, yeah, I just want to give you guys my take on how I traded the Nasdaq today. I kept it simple. I tried basically trading the sideways pattern towards the highs here. I like to get into SQs and sell when it approached kind of the lows right around here. I definitely wouldn't want to hold SQs when it did approach this area, given how strong this support, is that it is trying to form, right? It is trying to bounce off here consistently too, so I just need to be aware of that. And yeah, like I just said, I don't think we got a breakout today because obviously of the type of day we had yesterday, right? I feel like there's a lot more fear in the market because of a drop that's significant, and I wouldn't see any type of huge recovery unless some really good news came out or anything like that, which did not happen today. So, yeah, that's just it. That's been a nice little recap. Thank you all so much, guys, for tuning back in. I'm really going to look to kind of put the pedal to the metal when it really matters for me to kind of be in the right spot, right? I do want to gain back a little confidence and just have these green days no matter how big, because without a doubt, just being real with myself, my confidence was shaken up a bit because, being red for almost a month straight, it's definitely not fun at all. It definitely had me reevaluate a lot of my kind of strategies, and just I think it was all for the best because I've definitely seen myself make a lot of mistakes this past month. If you guys check out any of those other red videos, you'll see. And I definitely am looking to improve on that. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. It's been another day trading recap, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Take care.